You went to Puerto Rico to evade taxes. How's that going?
That is untrue.
You did go down there with your brother.
Jake Paul is once again at the center of controversy in the boxing world, and this time it's not because he knocked someone out or pulled a wild stunt, it's because he backed out of the highly anticipated fight against none other than Mike Tyson. The boxing community, fans, and legends of the sport are not letting this slide. From Floyd Mayweather to Lennox Lewis, Bernard Hopkins to Sugar Ray Leonard, the roasting Jake has received is both brutal and revealing. It all started with massive hype. Jake Paul talked big. He made grand claims on podcasts and in interviews, building the narrative that he was ready to step into the ring with Iron Mike Tyson. Many thought it was pure madness, while others wondered if Jake truly believed he could win. But the closer the fight date came, the more doubts started creeping in, not just from fans, but from professional boxers and analysts, who saw through Jake's confidence. And then, suddenly, the fight was called off. No clear excuse, no detailed explanation, just canceled. That's when the storm began. Floyd Mayweather, known for his undefeated record and being one of the smartest minds in boxing, didn't hold back. He mocked Jake Paul by comparing him to a kid playing games rather than a serious athlete. Mayweather, with all his experience and ring IQ, knows the difference between entertainment and actual competition. He threw shade, saying, "What's in the water in the UK? Y'all be ducking, bro. Duck, duck, goose." And it wasn't just Mayweather. Bernard Hopkins, the man nicknamed the Executioner and a legend in the ring, was one of the first to speak out when the Tyson vs. Paul fight was announced. He made it crystal clear that Jake had no idea what he was signing up for. Hopkins, who held the middleweight title for more than a decade and became the oldest man in history to win a world title at 49, said Tyson would crush Jake like a bug. Those are strong words coming from a man who built his legacy on discipline, pain, and raw skill. His point wasn't just about Jake's lack of technical ability, but the complete absence of experience and depth in Jake's fighting style. In his eyes, Jake hasn't earned the right to be in the same ring as Mike Tyson. Next came Joe Calzaghe, another titan of the sport. With an undefeated record of 46 wins and more than a decade as a world champion, Calzaghe's opinion carries massive weight. He stated bluntly that Jake Paul is all talk and that Tyson would silence him for good. That word silence is heavy. It's not just about losing a match. It's about ending the bravado, the act, the illusion. Calzaghe doesn't see Jake's journey as authentic. For him, Jake is the product of internet virality, not the result of grueling training, pain, and sacrifice that defines true boxers. According to Calzaghe, Tyson is not just a fighter, he's a purifier. He's the man who will separate the influencers from the warriors, the pretenders from the legends. This echoes a larger issue within the boxing world. Many believe that the sport's integrity is being compromised by influencers and celebrities using it as a stepping stone for fame and revenue, rather than respecting it as a lifelong craft. Despite the criticisms, Jake Paul tried to maintain his confident front. He dismissed the opinions of legends and kept saying he would mess Tyson up. His confidence didn't seem like strategy, it felt like denial. The closer the fight got, the clearer it became. Jake was in over his head. Tyson isn't just a name from the past. He's a legend, and even at his age, he brings power, experience, and fear that few men in the sport have ever matched. Yet Jake, in podcast after podcast, pretended like this was a regular YouTube feud, not a bout with one of the most dangerous men to ever wear gloves. And when the cancellation hit the news, it wasn't just fans who were disappointed. It was legends who had hoped to see Jake humbled in the ring. Lennox Lewis, the former undisputed heavyweight champion who defeated Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and Vitaly Klitschko, didn't mince words either. He called Jake Paul a joke in the boxing world and confidently predicted that Tyson would destroy him. Coming from someone like Lewis, that's a huge reality check. Lewis wasn't just insulting Jake for the sake of drama, he was expressing frustration over the way boxing is being reshaped by showbiz. Fighters like Lewis spent decades climbing the ranks, proving themselves against the best. To see someone like Jake skip the line thanks to social media influence is more than annoying, it's offensive to those who built the sport. Brick by brick, Lewis's critique wasn't just personal, it was symbolic. He sees Jake Paul as the symptom of a bigger disease, one where spectacle is valued over substance, and YouTube clout outweighs championship belts. Then came Deontay Wilder, other man known for his explosive power and raw aggression. He said Jake Paul is going to regret ever stepping into the ring with Tyson. According to Wilder, Jake isn't just facing a physical beatdown. He's unprepared for the mental trauma that comes with fighting someone like Tyson. Wilder emphasized that boxing isn't just about throwing punches, it's about surviving, enduring, and mastering the inner game of fear and focus. He said Jake lacks the mental toughness and grit required at this level, and he's right. The pressure of being watched by millions, being judged by legends, and having everything on the line, it's enough to break even seasoned fighters. Jake doesn't know that world. He's used to ring lights and YouTube views, not blood, sweat, and trauma. If all that wasn't enough, Sugar Ray Leonard added the final blow. Known for his lightning speed and unmatched ring IQ, Leonard said Jake Paul thinks he's a boxer, but he's not. Tyson will show him the difference. That wasn't just a burn, it was a lesson. Leonard comes from an era where boxing was a sacred craft. To him, Jake is a symbol of everything that's gone wrong with the sport. He sees Jake's fame not as earned, but bought. When Leonard says Tyson will show Jake the difference, he's talking about more than just skill. He's talking about mindset, lifestyle, sacrifice, history, pain, purpose. He's talking about the invisible war that every true fighter fights before they even step into the ring. Jake's flashy lifestyle, his staged feuds, his quick wins over underwhelming opponents, none of it qualifies him to face someone like Mike Tyson. At the end of the day, Jake Paul's decision to cancel the fight probably saved him from a real and painful awakening, but it also stripped away whatever credibility he was trying to build as a boxer. You can only fake it for so long before real legends step in and speak up. And they did lately. Bernard Hopkins, Joe Calzig, Floyd Mayweather, Lennox Lewis, Deontay Wilder, Sugar Ray Leonard, all of them took their shots at Jake. Some were brutal. Others tried to sound like mentors, but the message was the same. You haven't earned this. You're not ready, and you're disrespecting the sport. The most ironic part, Jake wanted the attention. He got it, but not the kind he hoped for. Instead of standing in the ring with Tyson and showing the world he was serious, he's now remembered for pulling out and being roasted by the greatest names in the game. So now, the world of boxing watches, waits, and judges. Will Jake Paul bounce back? Will he finally face a real challenge and take it seriously? Or will he continue to build his brand through easy fights and viral moments, never truly earning the respect he craves? One thing's for sure, you can run from Mike Tyson, but you can't run from the words of legends, and they've spoken. So what do you think? Was Jake smart to back out, or did he just prove he was never ready in the first place? Comment below. Let us know where you stand. Like the video, and make sure to share it with your boxing crew. Let's keep the real talk alive.